What's up, guys? Chris here. I wanted to talk about perfectionism. Perfectionism, what is it, right? Well, we all know what it is. But how do you combat it so you're not ruled by it? I think perfectionism can bleed into many aspects of your life. Relationships, sleep and wake times, creative projects. It really doesn't matter. If you have chronic perfectionism like me, it can bleed into practically everything. And it really does interfere with the natural flow of life. You become overly disappointed and you overly try to control outcomes to the point where those activities, right? The activities that you do each day don't become enjoyable at all. They become tasks. The purpose of this channel right here is to try and combat perfectionism. I want raw, uncut footage of myself in all its glory. I want to see the flaws. I want to hear my stuttering. I want to hear my pauses. I guess you can't hear your pauses. But I want to have raw, authentic communication without any edits. And that's why I created this channel, because I have a horrible case of perfectionism. It's terrible. To the point where I'll procrastinate, right? I will procrastinate sometimes the entire day. Sometimes the entire week, right? Before I start. And the reality is, right, with, all the edits in the world, all of the tweaking in the world, you can't make something that doesn't have connect, that doesn't have that authentic thing. That doesn't mean completely negate edits, right? That doesn't mean to not color a film if you think that there's an image in it or that there's a scene that needs coloring. It just means not to overdo that, right? To not overdo the amount of times you go over something, and also to, some people, right, they get upset. Like for me, when I make a creative project and there's something that didn't come out well, right? Like maybe it's the audio in the actual shot itself. Maybe when I'm making music, a little bit of the guitar solo, despite 90% of it being good, there's a little bit in that solo that I hate, or I hated, and that drives me nuts. And so I'll go back and try and tweak that tiny little error that I heard in that mix to make it better, right? But the reality of that is that, one, that tweak doesn't really do much in the grand scheme of things. Probably sounds unnatural. And two, the fill probably wasn't anything better. And so what that does is it just makes the flow of your creative process so much weaker, right? Because at the end of the day, is someone really seeing every little tiny aspect of your project? No. They are watching it in its entirety. And after watching it a couple times, that's completely wrong. I don't know what the hell. Raw and unedited, that's what you're getting here. But once, you view that thing in that entirety, no one's looking at those tiny little things that you went back to fix, right? No one cares. It's just you. And that just disrupts the whole flow, and that prevents you from making more. Create more than you consume, right? Just create. And we're consuming this media too. Consuming media, it helps with inspiration, but it can also make you draw comparisons. And so that feeds the perfectionism, because now you're looking at all these other people on social media with these great videos or these great artistic projects, or maybe the way they look, right? Like, oh, they look a certain way, or they're at some vacation. You want that perfect life. And, all those things, number one, don't exist because there's no perfection. But like two, you're driving yourself mad with that, right? And you're drawing comparisons, and then you're trying to be someone you're not. And that's where perfectionism ultimately leads, is you're trying to be someone you're not. And that's really it. So the biggest way to practice not being perfect is to make videos like this. I'd say if you're at home right now, get a camera and just talk into it and just post it to whatever channel. I mean, it could be your main channel if you really want it to be, or it could be a channel like this, or no one knows. No one, has found me yet. Hopefully it stays that way. But this is a great way to try and get over that fear, or at least try and build the muscle of getting over that, getting over the everything has to be completely precise and correct, and I need to go back and fix it obsessively. Like, this is a good step in the right direction. And listen, like, we can do this together. Because I was going to say, the fear never goes away. The fear is always there, right? And there's always going to be a part of you that likes the implementation. And like, listen, like, that's fine, but just, it's the overdoing it, right? It's going back and editing the thing 50 times, working on the project 50 times, trying to get your look right 100 million. Like, just get a camera, film yourself. Just don't overthink it. And life will be a lot more free. So that's this video. And I hope that you enjoyed the raw and unedited footage of me. Peace. Okay, I shut it off.